prospects, parents, administrators, families, everybody. Today I wanted to share what I believe is one of the most important messages that I can share regarding the sports, athletics, and kind of where we are at today. Last night had to have been week 8, week 7 for a lot of teams in the game of high school football, and it started getting me thinking about how we're closing in on the end of the regular season. In almost every sport, football, soccer, volleyball, state playoffs are going to begin here in a few weeks. What we are faced with is some teams, some programs, some coaches who are staring down a final week or a final 2 weeks with what you may consider nothing to play for. Air quotes, nothing to play for. I wanted to address that today in a quick video and kind of talk a little bit about what you have to play for. I think this is probably one of the most important messages that I can share about the game that might be out there. If you are sitting at 1-7, if you are sitting at 2-6, you have 1 week left, or you're sitting at 2-5 and you have 2 weeks left, you're not going to make the playoffs in high school football. I don't know any state that you make the playoffs no matter what your record is. Maybe there's some out there, but I don't know of any. The reality is you have a lot to play for. You have more to play for than you can ever imagine as a prospect, as a high school student athlete. The lessons that you are going to learn are going to set a foundation for you moving forward for the rest of your life. There's going to be a time when you're going to want to give up. You're going to be 38 years old. You're going to be my age. And you're going to sit here and say, is this worth it? Is it worth staying with this? Is it worth staying with that? And if that foundation can be set in you now to stay and fight and battle, when you perceive something that you look at it and say, maybe there's no reason for me to continue. If a foundation is created that allows you to stay in your marriage or relationship or be with your family or stay more committed to your faith, then these next 2 weeks are worth everything that you can ever imagine. They're worth more than any money you could ever make in the NFL or playing in major athletics at the next level, even beyond college. To have the ability to learn why you show up when things seem unwinnable is the most valuable skill you can ever learn. I can't stress it enough. There's too many messages out there where it's about winning, winning, winning. You follow social media, you think it's about winning, winning, winning. You're not always going to win. There's a lot of times you're going to line up and you're going to lose. There's a lot of times in your life you're going to line up and you know you're going to lose. Heck, I line up every single day and I know I'm going to lose within my own family. I'm ranked number 4 out of 4 in my family. Okay, every single day I wake up and I'm going to lose. There's no chance for anything to happen for me because it's about my wife and my 2 children. Okay, so if that message gets started now, if that foundation of not quitting, even when you know you're going to lose, that is the most important, the most valuable skill that you can ever learn. I can't stress that enough. So go to practice this upcoming Monday and get ready to do those base block drills. Get ready to do those setting, bump, set, spike drills and work on your communication rotation harder than you ever have before. Because this will set forward in motion a foundation that you will never give up, that you will never quit, no matter what you are faced with, even in some cases where you know that you're going to lose. So prospects, I cannot emphasize enough how important these next 2 weeks are. And you're staring down the face of no chance to win a state championship. You're staring down the face of no chance to win a conference championship. And less than 8 weeks ago, your mind was thinking, we're going to win. This is going to be the year. And it's not going to happen. Okay, this message is for you. Do not relent. Have these next few weeks be the greatest weeks of preparation in your life. Go to practice Monday with a higher sense of urgency than you ever have. In your soccer drills, work on your passing harder than you ever have, knowing the fact that in a few weeks, you may never play organized soccer like this again. Okay, it's the most important message that I can ever share. To the parents, okay, go out and embrace the opportunity just to see your child play. Okay, don't worry about play calls. Don't worry about what could have been. That is irrelevant. There is nothing to gain from that. Look at this as an opportunity to say, I got a chance to see my child compete. I know we all want to see our children be happy, and winning obviously lends to them coming off the field or walking off the court and they're happy and you see a smile on their face. It is more than that. It is about more than just winning on a Friday night or in the gymnasium at a Friday afternoon volleyball match. Okay, on a Saturday afternoon soccer match on the pitch. It is more than that. Go out there and give them the foundation that in 20 years, they're not going to give up. then in 20 years, they're going to have something to fall back on and say, you know what? I remember when it was tough, when we had nothing to play for in those last 2 weeks. It's tough right now with my family. It's tough right now with my job. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to show up tomorrow. I'm going to see what happens. Set that foundation for them now. I guarantee you it will pay off. To the administrators, anybody that may watch this, now is not the time to worry about what could have been. Now is not the time to worry about what if we, do we make a change at coach? Do we need to make a change at this? Should we have been doing this or that? This is not the time to do that. It may never be the time to do that, but the reality is now is not the time. Now is the time to support your coaches more than ever. Show up to their practices, be there, let them know that you are there to help them, to support them, find a way to win these last couple games for their team, and just let them have great practices. So for everybody that gets a chance to listen to this, this is the most important message that I can share, because the game, sports, are more important than the outcomes. Just playing the game and the foundation that you can learn from it is the most valuable tool outside of your faith, outside of what you learn within your family, that you can ever take away moving forward in the future. So for all those that are in a tough spot, I know it's not easy. I've been in some years where we couldn't find a way to win a game. Okay, but you show up Monday with the most amount of urgency and belief that this is what's best for me. I want to take something away from this, and you will have a great experience. I wish everybody the best with the weekend. Enjoy the weekend and have a great week.